Let's do a little fashion thought experiment. So I came across this editorial from Vogue UK from the year 2000. I know we talk a lot about nostalgia and fashion, but I feel like this editorial just feels like really right now. From like the corsets to the tutus to like the rosettes. Reminds me a lot of the trends we've been seeing at the last few seasons. I asked myself, how would I style this editorial? Only use pieces from spring summer 2025. Let's go. Okay, so this is my favorite look from this whole editorial. I just love the colors and the textures together. And the top and the feathered cape are both by Alexander McQueen for Givenchy. I feel like this Collina Strada top matches the vibes so well. It has that raw edge finish. It's like in the same color palette. It's perfect. I also think this hood decides wardrobe just to be absolutely perfect. It's raw and it's frayed and it's sheer, and it can be layered with a corset on top or a skirt underneath it. Of course, for the bottoms, we use some Goddard dresses. I think we could style them as skirts or maybe even put something on top of the tops because they're sheer, so you can still get the same kind of vibe. Okay, so this is more of like a beauty shot, and you just get kind of like a peek of some texture, and it's focusing on the makeup. It's Valentino Couture. This David Koma hoodie could be really cute for like a beauty shot. You see the texture. Or this Stellamccartney coat. Even this Jacquemus coat I think would be really beautiful. It would totally capture this kind of like really delicate, feathery, light, airy textures. This is my second favorite look from this editorial just because I feel like it's really close to my own personal style. I would start with this Rokh corset because I feel like it really matches the raw vibe of the editorial. If you look really closely, like the edges are really raw. I love the kind of strings that are hanging. I feel like that adds to the vibe. And I feel like it could be really easily layered. You could add some shoulder pieces onto it or something underneath, and it really fits the color palette. Next would be this Zoe Gustavia Whalen corset. I feel like the same vibes. It's raw, you can see kind of pieces hanging off of it. It looks really like natural in the color, and it'd be really easy to layer. The third look from this is like a Harbison look. It's not a corset, but I feel like the rosettes obviously really speak to the original image, and that top could be really played with and layered, maybe even adding a corset on top of it or underneath it, and that could be really cool. Okay, so this look for me was all about the shoulders. So this sequin feather cape is by Emmanuel Ugaro, and he's one of my favorite designers. I found this piece by Tokyo James. I think it's really cool because it's sequin, it has feathers, and it's all about the shoulder, so it works really well with the original image. And this look is by Yuhan Wang, and I just feel like once again it's about the shoulders, it fits within the color palette, it's still very romantic, and it would work. And this is by Chopova Lowena. Once again, super focused on that shoulder. There's sheer, there's lace, it's frilly, it's corseted. Like this could be really cool mixed in with some of these other pieces. Put these last two like looks together because they're in the same color family and they're kind of similar dresses. I think this Who Decides War dress could be really interesting. It's full, it's like tattered, there's a corset, it's the same color family, but the hood makes it really, really, really modern. More Collina Strada, same color family, it's delicate, it's light, there's the rosettes, there's some corset in it. Two looks by Harbison, that color family, it's the rawness of, you can kind of see the wrinkles in the material, which I think works really well with this. And I feel like the rosettes kind of speak back to the rosettes in the earlier look, so I think both of these dresses would be perfect. It's super simple, it's just Chanel dress, and it's just light pink and really kind of airy. I went with this Cecilie Bahnsen dress. I think it speaks to the same color palette and like the frilliness of it, and they're like doing the same pose as the original model. I think this Blumarine dress would be really comparable to that first dress. It's light, same color palette, there's a lot of movement. Yeah, it works really well with that editorial. Most of these shoes are just like regular ballet flats, and they may have customized them with ribbons. These Madomorpho boots are absolutely perfect. They look handmade, they're frayed, they're raw, and they will match every single look in this editorial. I have these as well. They're like kind of like a platform block heel ballet shoe. Repetto has a bunch of beautiful ballet slippers, but I really like this kind of sparkly crystal one because I think it would add some more texture to the shoe. And of course, the Ferragamo ballet heeled sandals, like that would be such a nice accessory to the shoe. I feel like all of these brands and all these looks really capture the original vibe of the editorial. Let me know if there's any brands that you think that I missed that should have been included.